Okay, good afternoon to you all. My name is Chandrakant. I belong to, I work as Senior Technical Officer with CDAC Pune, but I'm a part of fuel project. And this particular presentation, I'm going to talk about what this fuel is all about. Okay, so a lot of people get confused with this term called fuel because it has got a lot of meaning, but the long form of this particular project is frequently used in trees for localization. So my talk is based on localization. I'm sure you've heard about the localization, software localization specifically. Okay, so I'm not sure whether you will be able to read that. It's from Sant Tukaram. Words are the only jewels I possess. Words are the only clothes I wear. Words are the only food that sustain my life. Words are the only wealth that I distribute among people. Now, these are all legendary thoughts, which inspired us to talk about something, related to localization and translation aspects of, various softwares. So, what is this project all about and how it incepted? Basically, we thought that there is a lack of standardization and there is also a problem of inconsistency when people localize their softwares. Okay, there are a lot of problems. For example, okay, let's take one example as of now. How do you translate a term called print? आप बताइए हिंदी कितने जानकार लोग हैं हिंदी में? Print ये शब्द जो है ये हम लोगों को often दिख जाता है. All right. You get to see that in menus of any software today you see. So print as in case of Microsoft Office, or print as in case of print the document or something like that. So how do you put it in Hindi language? Okay, chap is one. What could be other? Just quick because we are running short of time again. और क्या हो सकता है? छपाई, छाप, छपाई. Anything more? Anything more? Mudran, very good. That's also another aspect. So the problem is, you see, there are three variants as of now which has come up. And when somebody is trying to localize the software, what is he supposed to do? And such kind of different words which talk about the same concept. The concept of printing is same. There is only one thing which can be derived from print word. Okay, but when it is portrayed or when it is displayed in a language, for example Hindi or any Indian languages, you get to see different variants of it. Okay, although the meaning may be same, but people get confused as to छपाई होना चाहिए, मुद्रण होना चाहिए, छाप होना चाहिए, क्या होना चाहिए. So what we are trying to create is there is an inconsistency when we are trying to translate or more specifically localize any of these softwares. So we are trying to reduce that problem through this particular project by creating something called as a terminology for rest of the languages. I don't see there are standardization efforts which has happened in Indian languages. Of course, there are standardization efforts which have happened for foreign languages also, but it all started with lack of standardization for Indian languages. So a group of people like us, they said, no, let's come together, let's engage a group of community, because anyway this is a open source software, is just a starting of this effort or activity, you can say. A few years back we started with this. Currently we have more than 60 languages which are associated with this project. So I'll just take you through this. Mr. Rajesh Ranjan is the one who started all this activity. Presently he is out of country for some presentations with this itself. Okay, so as I said, we try to solve the problems of inconsistency and lack of standardization, but with what? With the help of collaborative innovation. We collaborate with people, we have inclusive and participation with, of course, openness and transparency, and we have defined process for that. So what are the processes? We'll just try to see in the next few slides. Okay, the first effort was to create Hindi terminology. Okay. So that's what we did in 2008 in Red Hat, and then this was called as Fuel Hindi Evaluation Meet. That is what we did. Okay, so what's the mission basically? This was just the inception. How we started was just to create some standardization efforts in languages, or more specifically localization aspect. But what is the ultimate mission? Ultimate mission is to create global repository of linguistic resources. So when I say it's repository, I am not just talking about terminology. I am talking about associated, things together. So when we see the fuel project, it has got a lot of other components also. One, as I said, terminology. Then we have got style and convention guides. Then we have got assessment metrics. Then we have got something called as rendering system. Then we have got something called as a screenshot comparison method, and different modules are there. So we are trying to come and work on one module at a time. So I have already explained what is terminology. So what's the process? As I said, it's a community-driven process. You and me are part of this project. There is no money which I am going to spend on this. I don't. Of course, there is money required for everything. But by that, what I mean is, we don't have full-time employees for this particular project. It's all on voluntary basis. And who could participate? Anybody could participate in this, because what we feel is the computer softwares or computers per se in today's world is not limited to elite class. Is everybody's need. Okay, and we don't want to keep any section of society deprived from participating in this. So we started with ICT technologies. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll quickly run. This is what it looks like, terminology. So you see close and close all. We've got different models like desktop, internet, and then mobile. Okay, and then we've got languages here. You choose the string which you want to search for, and then you get what the community has decided. Okay, so for example, for close, people have voted for band kare. That's the best word which we have come out. Then we have got different modules like, say, as I said, agriculture, cloud, then health, education, film. These are different modules. Like ICT is one module. These are all different modules as such. Okay, it's all about style. As I said, style guides. Yeah. Okay. So few complications I would like to talk about. There are a lot of things. Okay, just simple thing. How does sh and l looks like? Using Devanagari script, but two different languages. Left side is Hindi language, right side is Marathi language. Although they are written using Devanagari script only, but there is a difference. One party will not accept to the other will not accept to the first. Of course, there are variations in the languages also. For example, see 44, how is it written? 44 or 44. So how do you standardize that? It's all okay. What is the significance? It's open source. It's all the work and all the efforts is put on web portal. Can be used by anybody for that matter. There is no there is no owner of this. It's just the community. Okay, we've got, as I said, translation quality assessment metrics to measure or to see the quality of the translations. And we are about to start with another project called dictionary project, which will be in again open source domain. Okay, last year we had 40 plus languages. This year we have crossed 60 plus languages across the country. So thank you so much for this.